It's May 15th in the garage next to the rose garden, and I'm getting very excited because I am heading out tomorrow to go to pick up my mom in Calgary, and then we head out on Sunday to London. And we're going to stay in London for a couple of days and visit some gardens in and around London, and then go to the Chelsea Flower Show on Members Day on May 20th. So I will be putting together some footage from those gardens, and then of course from some of the special rose gardens at the Chelsea Flower Show. But today I want to check out my roses. I've seen some blooms, and also a couple of days ago I did have to do an impromptu spray with the insecticide because I noticed that the sawflies were back on Queen Mary 2, I think is the correct one. And I did cut my first bloom, which was from Secrets Out, and I brought it inside and it smelled beautiful. We've had rain for the last couple of days, which has been interesting because I did just get the sprinkler system set up, so I'm not sure, with the moisture, if it's going to be adequate based on the rain or based on the sprinklers. But let's go out and take a look at the roses and see how everybody's looking. Here we have iceberg, and iceberg, apart from some spittle bug, does not look to have too many foliar issues. And I'm not seeing, oh, is that a bit of fungus in there a little bit? So I think I'm gonna plan to do a sulfur spray of everybody maybe tomorrow, just so that they've kind of got an antifungal treatment while I'm away for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to have to get my daughter to do some of the watering, especially on these plants which aren't irrigated. But looks like Dylan's already got some nice buds and has put on lots of growth since 2 weeks ago when we did the sulfur. And Gemini, you can do it, Gemini. You can do it. Great. Gemini is putting on new growth now. Look at that compared to last week. This is fantastic. And we just want to keep the sawfly off her. Here we have Royal City. Royal City, are you setting up any buds for me? I don't know, but I don't really love this. I think this is a little bit of leaf curl sawfly. So we're going to take that off. And again, that sulfur is just sulfur remaining from the previous time. So maybe we'll do a little insecticide on her tomorrow morning or later today. And here is Laguna. Again, lots of new growth, pretty great. Here's the Pope John Paul. Woohoo! So now what are these big pieces taken out from? That can't be sawfly. Gonna have to look that up if it's something else. But is there any powdery mildew in here? I don't see powdery mildew on the Pope, but look at all these buds. And I bet I'm gonna be away when these all set into flower, but really like doing well for a new rose tree. And here we have Crown Princess Margareta, who has also got some bigger bites out of her leaves there. Over here too, you can see. So is that sawfly? It might. And there's bird poo, unfortunately. I don't know how that got on there. I guess there's some canopy up there that has resulted in some birds sitting up there. We have the twin ground cover roses, which they have a lot of powdery mildew. Look at them all in here. Now that is, to be fair, that's all in the stuff that I sprayed before, but I think I'm gonna re-sulfur spray this. If it doesn't rain tonight, I'll do it tonight, but also setting up a bud that's ready to go. So that's great. And we have Rosanna. Rosanna has, again, some of these bites taken out. And is that a little bit of black spot in there? She's getting really thick in here through the middle. But like really a lot of growth for how new she is. And we just missed over here Golden Opportunity. Golden Opportunity is that a little bit of some powdery mildew on Golden Opportunity. So another reason. Hello, Baxter. Baxter, hi. You coming to look at the mildew with me? Look at that. Maybe I could get you trained to be a powdery mildew detecting dog. Anyways, okay, hello, hi. We've got a fair bit of powdery mildew on Golden Opportunity here. So thanks, Baxter. And Eustacia Vi, number 2, her new leaves look very good. I don't see any bites out of them. Again, this sulfur down here is just from previous, so I'm okay with that. Looking good. Ah, look at this. Fragrant Cloud. Fragrant Cloud. Wow. Look at Fragrant Cloud's first big bloom. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? Let's smell it. Wow. That is such a strong, citrusy rose scent. Really pretty. There's another one. This is kind of gnarly. Again, I do wonder if there was something weird going on those flowers. Again, some powdery mildew on this. Oh, and in here, look at, this is really eaten away by something. So that must be Sawfly. I did spray a couple of days ago, like I said, with the permethrin insecticide, but I think again, I might just do another go on that. See how these blooms are kind of a bit gnarled? I don't know what the problem is with that, but, and look at here, this is big bites. Is that, it is Sawfly, because look at this. Look at this caterpillar. So now I know that those bites are actually, they're not just, I think the curl is when the Sawfly larvae, and then these bites are actually from a Sawfly. You are out of here, mister. Get out. I usually throw them on the lawn and then go pick them up later. Baxter, can you detect Sawfly for me? Okay, so we're going to do a spray tonight, I guess, if it doesn't rain. And my flight leaves quite late tomorrow, so I'll be able to do it in the evening tomorrow if I can't do it tonight because of the rain. Here's Sterling Silver. Again, last week we were so impressed by her long stems and still looking good on those. We've got some Sawfly. These are old powdery mildew bits from previously. Doesn't look like, yeah, but that's more Sawfly. Ugh, I hate these Sawflies. They're awful. Here's Queen Mary 2. Setting up a lot of buds here. But we've got some Sawfly, a little bit of powdery mildew. Westerland. So there's Westerland's first bloom from last week. To take that off. And again, we've got all this Sawfly coming in. So I really hope it doesn't rain later on tonight so that I can really get a good spray on. I'm going to mix up a fresh batch of it. Should be checking for any more caterpillars. What I did this week also was with some of these branches that were coming up, I just took some Velcro and I just gently pulled them down to the side and just to train them a little bit downwards. I didn't do it with this one because this one's coming out so far away from the main bush that I think it might need to be taken off anyways. So, but anyways, looking decent. Everybody's still growing, which is good. Something yucky. So here's Love's Promise, Bruno's favorite. The new leaves look good and unaffected so far. And here's Secrets Out. Yeah, it was Secrets Out that I trimmed a bloom. Secrets Out has such an interesting internal swirl. But we've got some Sawfly. This is where I saw the Sawfly the other day. So, like I said, I'm going to mix up a fresh batch. Is that? I actually found a sawfly caterpillar on this a couple of days ago, so we're going to get some more insecticide on these guys later tonight, hopefully. Although it's starting to rain already, which I don't like, because I don't think the insecticide is going to work as well if it's rained right off. So here is Strike It Rich, getting very, very tall. Great to see, but look at those new leaves. They're definitely getting sawflied. And the sawfly seems to really like this tender new growth, which I like it too, but I don't eat it. So really want to focus on spraying this new growth. This branch, or this cane, I think Bruno broke it. It's kind of hanging on for dear life, but I'm just going to let this flower bloom and then I'll take it down. Here we have William P.J. McCarthy, who I forgot last week. Sorry, PJ. PJ's looking nice. Slowly putting on some growth. Here's Claire Austin. You can see she's got some sawfly damage at the bottom, but she's definitely putting on some beautiful blooms. Here we go. Claire Austin, of course, is a David Austin rose. She's really ready to go. Now, of course, we like to go through and deadhead these plants. Oh, wow, that's a very good bloom, isn't it? Let's just get a close-up of that. That's Claire Austin. Oh, Claire Austin has such a sweet, citrusy smell. So pretty. And we've got sawfly on Claire as well. Okay. And here is Harlow Carr, Mr. Spiky, setting up lots of new buds here. We've got some sawfly. We've got some powdery mildew in the middle. But overall, not too bad. Harlow Carr kind of looks like a first-year rose, even though he's a second-year rose. But maybe just needs a little bit more time. Here we have Marilyn Monroe, and Marilyn Monroe's new growth does not have any holes in it, which is great. Oh, some of it does here. Sawfly in the middle. And again, this other powdery mildew stuff is older. It seems like the powdery mildew is always down deep in there. It's hard to know if that's new or old. Okay. It's already raining, so hopefully it just gets it out of the system. And Golden Celebration. Oh, look at Golden. This is just new from yesterday. Golden Celebration has a beautiful, beautiful bud that's just opening up. So pretty. Some spittlebug. Little bits of sawfly here and there. And here we have Princess Alexandra of Kent, who's also setting up some very pretty. I remember her being a little bit pinker, but maybe she'll pink up as she opens up. So that's sawfly combined with powdery mildew. Ugh. Anyways, we've got more of that in here. So, yep, everybody needs some medicine this week. More sawfly, powdery mildew. Sawfly, powdery mildew. Powdery mildew. And here's Eustacia vine number 1. I think this is the earliest part of sawfly, like when the larvae kind of turn the leaves up. But Eustacia vine is going to have some open blooms soon. Eustacia vine number 1 anyways. So overall, everybody's, thriving despite their pests. And I really don't think I can go through and pull off every single affected leaf because I don't want to defoliate the whole plant. Although maybe I'm supposed to, I don't know. But okay, there comes the sun again. So maybe we're going to be able to do that spray tonight after all. And maybe I'll do the insecticide spray tonight and do the sulfur spray tomorrow, just to not do too much all at once. But I've got a mind to come out and cut that fragrant cloud and just put it inside because it is really so beautiful. Yeah. Everybody's looking happy, and I think things in 2 weeks are going to really have changed a whole lot. Here's my Safers and all miticide, and it's 50 mils per liter. So I've got 1.9 milliliters or 1.9 liters in here, and I'm going to put this up to 100. This is a great little sprayer that I got at Borden Mercantile. You just have to get the pressure up, and then it really sprays nice fine mist. So I'm actually going to go do that now because it's sunny and I want to get it done. I just found about 4 sawfly caterpillars on the Pope. Can you believe it? Just gave them the biggest squish and got rid of them. Terrible things. So even though, oh, look at, it seems like wherever there's like a chew, there's like a little caterpillar. Anyways, I really sprayed both top and bottom of the leaves on this one. So I actually almost ran out of this about halfway through the roses. Maybe not halfway, but a little bit over halfway through. So I'm going to go mix some more up and get back out. So I ended up using 4 liters of the insecticide and really got every plant totally covered. And I feel good about that because I'm not going to be able to spray them for 2 weeks. And I did find a lot of caterpillars. So that I think we just got in. I should have just probably kept up with weekly spraying because I did miss those weeks that I did sulfur. The leaves are already drying. I think the rain is, maybe some light rain is coming, but I feel like the ones that I started first, the leaves are already drying with the insecticide. So I hope that's enough. I did cut this fragrant cloud, which is heavenly perfume. So I'm going to take this inside, but follow me this week as we head to the Chelsea Flower Show and out to the Cotswolds and other RHS gardens in Kent. And yeah, stay tuned to the Rose Garden Diaries because more to come.